The dream of women in this world is to marry a prince, but the girl is angry, only to be admitted to the knights. It was compiled to lie flat. It turned out that the girl wore books and became the girlfriend of the heroine of the novel. The heroine in the original work, Hestia, looks sweet and cute. Therefore, it attracted the favor of the male protagonist of the Three Wine Ladders, as her best friend Nana is quite popular among boys. However, the actual purpose of their approaching Nana is to learn about Hess in the end. Her family went bankrupt, and she was forced to marry a wealthy aristocrat to change the tragic ending. The girl vows that she will no longer serve as a magpie bridge for the cowherd and weaver girl in this life. She has to rely on the knighthood to lie down well. But what Nana never expected was, his change not only gained the love of the three leading men, even his best friend Hess vowed not to marry her. Today is the first day of school at Ogren College. Hess was taken into the school by administrators. After being separated from his brother Helen on the way, Hess asked Nana what subject she signed up for. When I heard that Nana chose swordsmanship, Hess looked worried. Guys don't like girls who learn swords. Nana doesn't care. He doesn't care what other people think. Do whatever you want. Cox is obviously used. To hearing Nana's gibberish, he's just sad that Nana can't be in class with him. The entrance ceremony begins soon. Nana, who has excellent grades, did not choose to sit in the front row. You can't sleep because it's too far forward. This is the principal announcing that the new students will speak on stage. Hearing this name, Nana felt a little familiar in my memory. This seems to be the name of the crown prince. When you see the face of the person on the stage, Nana suddenly shouted in her heart. It turned out that he had an argument with the other party in the morning. The two fought for a sword. Finally, Nana caught the emperor with the elf ball. The boy mocked him wantonly, thinking of the crown prince's threat to give him a good look next time we meet. Nana felt in her heart for a while, but he and the crown prince chose both swordsmanship majors. On the way to the dormitory, Nana acted confused. Hess's outstanding appearance has attracted the hearts of a group of people, but compared to these boys, Hess is more concerned about what happened to Nana. Nana hurriedly said she was fine unknowingly. The two arrived at the dormitory before leaving. Hess complained sadly that he thought you would be unhappy if you didn't live together. I didn't expect everything to be my own passion, so go play with those fencing major boys. I will also make a lot of friends by then. Helpless. Nana can only touch her head to appease. Promise that the only good friend you have is Hess. Hess was still not satisfied. She asked Nana to promise not to agree to the boy's confession. Nana was speechless in her heart. It's good not to fight with others. I finally sent this clingy person away. Nana found her own dormitory, pushing open the door uneasily. A beauty professional girl casually greeted her on the bed. Her name is Hazel, because the other party is a third-grade senior. Say hello to Nana's. Cervix Hazel asked Nana if she knew what it was like to suddenly go from a single bed to a double bed. Nana doesn't know how to answer. Just when he thought his senior sister had a bad personality, Hazel laughed and said it was a joke. Then he warmly entertained Nana to sit down. Nana's hanging heart gradually relaxed. Then Hazel asked about his major, hearing the swordsmanship major. Hazel's face was full of disbelief, you know. It's not easy to get married after becoming a knight. Nana said that marriage is not a guarantee for him. Only with a generous income and pension can you live a good life. Hazel shook Nana's hand excitedly. Likes this kind of independent and handsome little girl, and Nana was filled with emotion. Every time he told people he wanted to be a knight, and there are only two possible reactions: or question his decision, or encourage him to be ambitious. It's not that he doesn't understand the reaction. If it were before, he would also want to raise his husband and children. But since he had a dream about a past life, he changed his mind. In his dream, he knew that this was the event of the novel. He would be married to a wealthy aristocrat because his family was bankrupt in the end. It was even more tragic to get a boxed lunch. The cause of the incident was still his good friend Hess. He kept his eyes on the novel, hoping to find some useful information. Surprisingly, the Crown Prince Shale in the original book has a crazy love. For Hess, Nana was so scared that she bounced off the bed. It's time for fencing class. In order not to be recognized by the Crown Prince, Nana slaps her face completely covered with a towel, seeing the Crown Prince in the distance. He didn't notice himself at all. The girl breathed a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, the teacher suddenly announced that he was going to do one-on-one practice. Nana also happened to be standing side by side with the Crown Prince. She really didn't want to meet the Crown Prince, although the three male protagonists in the original work are not in good spirits. But to say that the most persistent person can only be Crown Prince Shale, he deliberately got close to Nana in order to get close to Hessen. It didn't work out that way. He began to morbidly torture Nana, so Nana ran to the teacher. He said that he lacked the strength to practice. I hope the teacher will allow him to go to the back to practice the inspection by himself. The teacher frowned. After listening, then decisively rejected Nana's request. Seriously persuade Nana not to run away because she is afraid. The teacher admires you very much for a girl who can choose the path of swordsmanship, so I will definitely do my best to support you. Saying that, he let the Crown Prince know with his own hands that Nana learned swordsmanship. Seeing the Crown Prince's face full of reluctance, the teacher threatened to tell His Majesty about the truancy without his help. Nana persuaded the teacher to stop talking in her heart. Otherwise, your plan to take the civil service exam will be dashed. Since Nana started dreaming about past lives, her dream was changed. Other girls fantasize about marrying a prince, and he only wants to be a civil servant to retire. For this, Nana studies hard every day, looking in the mirror at night. Encourage yourself to exercise your physical strength and swordsmanship without any slack. But if you are found to have insulted the royal family, he will spend the rest of his life in prison. At this time, the Crown Prince also discovered that Nana was dressed as a monster. He asked if Nana was a criminal. Nana quickly shook her head. Then, take off the towel. Nana shakes even harder. The Crown Prince was angry when he saw him like this. Suddenly, he noticed that Nana looked familiar. After staring at it for a while, I got the answer. It turned out to be my own little fangirl again. I didn't expect you girls to be so persistent. You even want to chase me even if you sign up for a swordsmanship class. Nana was so shocked that she couldn't speak. He covered his face in denial, but the Crown Prince was simply unfortunate. He also said that Nana was wearing a towel on her head just to pretend to be weak and attract his attention. Then he arrogantly told Nana to pack up and get out. This stalker behavior is disgusting. Nina was so mad at her narcissistic arrogance, he yelled at the Crown Prince not to speculate on others. The purpose of his coming to class is to be rich and prosperous. Only after becoming a knight can the government's salary and security keep him intoxicated. So please don't be too affectionate until I saw Nana's mocking expression. The Crown Prince suddenly remembered the woman who had locked him in the glass ball before. The voice and appearance are similar to Nana. Then he took the towel off Nana's head. He found out that it was indeed the woman who grabbed the sword with him that day. Nana, a step back, launched 10 meters away, complaining that the Crown Prince clings to small things all day long. The Crown Prince suddenly rushed over in anger. Just as he was about to be caught, Nana used speed magic, run out 50 meters in an instant. When passing by the teacher, he also explained that he went to the toilet, by the way, in the evening. Hess came to Nana for a walk, but Nana is too tired to go to bed early. Hess had no choice but to hug the housewife reluctantly, and she had a good rest back in the room. Nana threw herself into the bed. Suddenly a voice prompt sounded in the bag. Nana thought it was a call from her family. In the end, she was entrusted with the repair of magic props. At first, he looked very impatient. You can hear when the other party is willing to add 5 gold coins. He immediately agreed with satisfaction and promised to call him back when it was repaired. It turns out that in order to achieve wealth freedom, Naibao also found other side jobs to subsidize the family. His other identity outside is called being late indoors, a magician who specializes in repairing magic tools, and it's all thanks to the programming knowledge he learned in a previous life. Nana is thinking of fixing things quickly and collecting money. However, a sudden shout outside the door scared him and stuffed the thing back. Turning around, it turned out that Hazel was back. He asked Nana if she had encountered anything interesting in her swordsmanship class. I heard a girl in fencing class had severe constipation. I went to the toilet before class and never came back, and Nana was struck by lightning. On the other hand, the Crown Prince is also losing his temper in the dormitory. Keep my roommates up. The next day, Nana was walking with Hess. The sudden arrival of the Crown Prince scared the two into the woods. The Crown Prince roared and told Nana to come out quickly. Seeing no one respond, he picked up the stone and started attacking indiscriminately, and it happened that a rock landed on Hess's head. He accidentally shouted out in pain. Nana thought she was going to die, Mei Chengxiang. Hess actually stood up directly. When the Crown Prince saw Hess weeping sweetly, the originally angry face unconsciously appeared shy luck. He hesitantly asked about Hess's injury. Hess choked up and said it's all right. Then he ignored the Crown Prince and left alone. Suddenly, the Crown Prince found Hess drinking the rest of Mixu Bingcheng, and he picked it up and he put it on his chest, and he confessed. Nana in the bushes couldn't listen. Unconsciously get goosebumps on the body. The prompt tone that the recording was not as good as it came made the two instantly stunned. Nana frantically pulls voice communication props out of her pocket. It turned out that he wanted to take something with him today to take time to repair it. But he forgot that he had a glitch that automatically recorded when he touched it. Looking for a voice, the Crown Prince found Nana hiding in the bushes, finally escaped back to the dormitory. Nana was worried that the Crown Prince would be so angry that he would kick her out of school. But then I thought that the thing in my hand is not just the weakness of the Crown Prince. Nana copied the recording several points in one go. This hilarious confession makes children who are fans of the Crown Prince say disgusting. The next day, Nana made an appointment with Hess to meet at night. Then he excitedly ran to the swordsmanship class. Seeing Nana regain her former vitality, Cox was finally less worried about him. Swordsmanship engraved with Nana, sarcastic asking the Crown Prince if he is in good health. The Crown Prince is a little unclear. So, then I heard Nana taunting Her Highness with the words he said yesterday. You said yesterday that your heart was going to stop. Is there really some serious illness? The Crown Prince blushed shyly. This reaction made Nana unable to help, but want to tease revenge. Then he gave up the recording in public in a panic. The Crown Prince snapped match the broken piece of communication props smashed with a wooden sword unexpectedly. The next moment, Nana actually took out 4 more and started playing on a loop. The Crown Prince was angry and asked Nana to give him a good time. Nana didn't even dare to say. After all, he will serve His Highness when he becomes a knight in the future. It looks like the timing is about the same. Nana put the joke away. He told the Crown Prince that success requires 1% effort and 99% support. It has been a long time since the Royal Knights recruited female knights, so at this rate, even if he meets the qualifications, he will be eliminated. The Crown Prince is unknowable. He also gradually understood what Nana wanted to do by herself. He just wants a fair selection environment, and you can see that he is very confident in himself. The Crown Prince agreed to Nana's request, but he had one more request. Hearing that the other party wants to rely on him to know Hess, Nana decisively refused. Meanwhile, Corey was going to the classroom for magic lessons. A beautiful touch of pink caught his attention. Hess's beautiful and lovely appearance made it impossible for him to look away. Then a boy approached. "Hess, did you see the letter I wrote to you last time? Because I haven't received a reply after waiting for a long time." Kez travels directly and openly. "Sorry, I don't know. If you refuse, you have to reply. And the only people I like are Carrie on the other side, watching the cold sweat, gentle in appearance, but decisive in personality." But who is he talking about? Nana. The magic teacher is lecturing on stage. The students under the stage slept all day. The only one who is awake is Nana. Decent-looking reporter's notes. It's actually graffiti on the textbook Crown Prince, although Hess and the Crown Prince were not released from prison so early in memory, but both should have fallen in love at first sight. But now Hess is obviously not interested in the Crown Prince. Nana convinced herself that it should be the reason why the Crown Prince was more fortunate when he was a child. Suddenly, a brain collapse hit Nana's forehead. The teacher accused him of not being serious in class and gave him homework after school. Nana is beating the drum in her heart. Obviously everyone else is sleeping. This bald head is going to teach him a lesson. Must be envious of my own intelligence. Chatlin audio. Nana took Hess and rushed to the cafeteria. The two were about to hide quickly, but were stopped by the Crown Prince on the surface. He said he had something to do with Nana. In fact, he wanted to take the opportunity to talk to Hess. He heard that the Crown Prince was going to take Nana away. Hess looked reluctant. This delicate expression deeply hit the Crown Prince's heart, but he can't talk. He's not interested in Hess. After Hess left reluctantly, Nana used her perverted eyes to make him say something quickly. It turns out that Nana defeated the Crown Prince in yesterday's swordsmanship practice. Although Nina relies on magic as a comparison, but the Crown Prince had never seen anyone else use magic so freely, so the two made a pact. The Crown Prince helps Nana exercise her strength, and Nana is the Pope, and the Crown Prince uses magic. The next day, the Crown Prince made a training plan for Nana. The first item above is 10,000 push-ups and sit-ups. Nana seriously suspects that the other party is playing a trick on her. Little do you know, Nana's plan for the Crown Prince is even more, because of the daily resistance to magic-enhanced fists and wooden sword martial immortals. Both knew that the other was deliberately torturing each other, but no one refuses to admit defeat. At night, Nana dragged her tired body back to the dormitory. Seeing her trembling, Hazel stepped forward to support Nana and just said he was fine. Then I was so tired that I lay on the ground after the shower. Hazel helped Nana wipe her hair and advised her not to continue, thanks to the Crown Prince's increasing training. So Nana comes back every day covered in scars. Sometimes I almost fell asleep before I even had time to wash up, thanks to Hazel's care. She's barely a human being. Obviously just met a few days ago, but take such good care of yourself. After Hazel fell asleep, Nana lay down to rest. A sudden cry woke her up in an instant. On closer inspection, it turned out to be Hess. She wriggled into Nana's bed after questioning. I found out that Hess had a nightmare. He dreamed that Nana was laughing with the others in the crowd, but left him alone. He couldn't imagine what he would do without Nana hearing this. Nana felt guilty, too busy exercising these days to ignore Hess. It's normal for girls experiencing residential life for the first time to feel uneasy. The next moment, Hess was in Nana's arms. She doesn't want to grow up. I just want to play spoiled with Nana for the rest of my life. Unrealistic wishes make Nana unable to comfort. Finally, she patted Hess's body and put her to sleep. I plan to make up for this negligence tomorrow. The next day, Nana showed Hess the results of her training. Although such a move may seem naive to passers-by, but seeing Hess smile again, Nana thinks this little thing is nothing. After lunch break, the two had to take their respective professional classes. Before leaving, Nana handed Hess a popsicle. This is what Hess wanted to eat when he was a kid, but Nana always said that it was too expensive to buy. Now Nana hasn't changed her mind at all. He proudly said he made it himself with grape juice after Nana says goodbye to Hess. The smile on Hess's face just now dimmed again. In fact, he was very hesitant. I hope Nana can move forward for her dream, but I'm worried that he will run too fast and leave me behind.